Call me crazy, but have we seen Tricky in this color before? I feel like we have, and if that's true, there's a lot less color schemes he has with the ball than I actually thought. Also, for some reason, I'm reminded of the Murray whenever I see Tricky in this color now. I know Murray's never been this purple, then again, he's never been purple, he's always been pink. But for some reason, I'm just reminded of the great Murray whenever I see him in, or see Tricky in this color. Maybe I am going crazy, a little more than usual, which isn't surprising. Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Starfox Adventures. Previously, we dropped off the final spellstone, and we thought we stabilized Dinosaur Planet. Well, it turns out that we might need to collect the spirits to actually stabilize the planet for good. We only did that momentarily with the spellstones, but without the spirits, it's still a lost battle that we have yet to accomplish. But before we travel to the Walled City, which is where the next Krazoa Shrine lies, thanks to Tricky, I still blame for that, because apparently he knew that the shrine was there to begin with, but he never bothered to tell us for whatever reason. Glad you're purple, Tricky, so just live like that. That's your punishment. Just stay purple and be that way, because you probably will hate it over time. Yeah, that'll show him, I think. So today, before we board our way back to the Walled City, we're gonna head into the maze, and finally put those cheat tokens to use. I would have done this for like a bonus episode because honestly, the content we'll get with the cheat tokens isn't that rewarding. It just unlocks like some special stuff you can find in the options menu at the main menu, and some little fun stuff that we'll get from these tokens. But I don't want to leave that as a bonus episode because chances are that might end up being like a 8 to 10 minute long episode at best, and that's not enough for me to justify leaving these tokens as like its own video. So that's why we're taking care of this now before we do head off to the Walled City and continue with the main storyline. That's provided I actually remember how to get to the center of this maze to begin with. I think I am going the right way so far. Sit down here, either this way or the other way. Ah, here it is, I think. No, that might take us back to the beginning. You'll find some of these paths that look like they'll take you to a Grizola shrine. Those warp you back to the start. If you find one of those, do not take it. Otherwise, you have to start all over again. It turns out that what I was looking for was actually the other direction. It is another well, but if we actually use one of these tokens, we'll get some special stuff that come out of it. So let's start from top to bottom. Cheat activated. Yeah, so this activates some sort of cheat in the pause menu, or not the pause menu, the main menu of the game. But we will get a couple of special messages from the tokens themselves if we use them all. Number 2, activates another cheat. I already have all these cheats activated, so I don't remember if it actually says what the cheat actually enables. But I will say what they are once we do go through all these tokens. Another cheat. The well looks into your future. Fox, I can see you have matured into a strong leader. I am always there with you. Never give up. Trust your instincts, my son. Oh, that's a little heartwarming. A message from James McCloud, Fox's long deceased father. That's really wholesome. It's a shame that we never got to know more about James McCloud than we actually do, because I feel like he would be a very intriguing character in the Star Fox canon if he was actually alive. It would be so cool to actually see James alive in a Star Fox game. Maybe that'll happen someday, but I'm not holding my breath on it. I hope it does happen, though. The well once again looks to our future. My friend who has left still cares about you. The bond of your friendship still remains. He will soon appear before you. and you should accept it with all your heart. That reminds me of a certain member we haven't seen in this game at all. I wonder what he's doing right now. The well once again looks into the future. His life force is strong. His existence is like a virus. I can hear his breath in every corner of space. He will not only use the evil hearts of others, but can also corrupt those that are good. Scales? We haven't seen him in a hot minute, so that's probably what they're talking about. Just my theory, though. Another pointless cheat that we can't see yet. And the last one is another special message. There is sorrow ahead. A close friend does not have much time left. It will be hard to accept, but you will grow. Ah, a friend we know does have much time left. I think I know what that is, given I have played Starfox Assault, but I don't want to spoil that game. Yeah, spoil the game that's like, what, over a decade old at this point? I still don't want to say anything though, because I might be wrong about that. I know like the first two messages are very clear in what their meaning is and who they're addressed to, if you know your Starfox characters enough. But the other two messages, well, one, I kind of I kind of know the context of that, but the other one, the last message, I'm a little iffy about. This is like the second time I've seen those cheats actually used, so that's why I'm a little hesitant to say what I actually think about the last message in greater detail. So as for the other four cheats that we saw were just recognized as cheat activated, this is what the following unlocks. I don't remember what particular order, but it won't really matter once you do get all the cheats the first time. One unlocks the end credits from the main menu, that so you can see that at any time you want when you do unlock that. The second is a music test menu, similar to the sound test that you get for, I believe, collecting all the medals back in Star Fox 64 the first time.
Hurry, Fox! There must be another Krasoa shrine hidden within the walled city. When you land, go directly to the King Earthwalker. He should be able to tell you where to start looking. Peppy out!
Thanks for the update, Peppy. So we'll be meeting with the King Earthwalker again as we set course for the walled city. The third cheat you would have unlocked as cheat activated was actually the Dino voice language and subtitles for it. I was wrong. It's only the subtitles that get changed when you enable this option. Still, you could play through the rest of the game like this if you want to see what more of the language looks like, but that's about as much as you're getting out of this if you want to turn it on. And the last one, it includes something not that very useful. It's a sepia mode filter that you can enable from the options menu, I believe. So again, not much like in the way of grandiose stuff, but some interesting things that you can unlock for the funsies. Now we're back in the walled city. Now, from what I remember on our second visit in this place, we're gonna be here for a while. I won't be surprised if it does last for like a couple episodes as far as this visit's concerned, but there are a ton more puzzles that we'll have to go through in this next visit of the walled city.
The Earthwalker you saved was a great friend. Thank you, Fox.
At least our deeds don't go unnoticed for the Earthwalker. They do recognize the actions we did.
Soon our tribe can return to the city.
We did back at Dragon Rock, so that's good to know. At least they're aware of that.
Fox, on behalf of Dinosaur Planet, I thank you for returning the Spellstones to their rightful place.
For what good it did? If you didn't notice, you're still stuck up here in this floating rock.
By removing the spellstones, Scales caused our planet to tear apart. Returning the stones has stopped the flow of magic energy, but only by the power of the Krazoa spirits will the floating lands return.
Seems like we both have our reasons for finding the last of the spirits. The Queen said I could find one here in the city. So where is it?
The spirit will be revealed once both the Sun and Moonstones are returned to the temple.
Alright, and that opens up more of the walled city that we couldn't access before. Apparently we just need the Earthwalkers Act to do that.
Your goal may seem close, but the answer is not always so clear.
Cryptic as hell. Thanks for the tip, I guess. Not much of a tip, but I'm sure we'll figure things out as we go along. Ah yes, these puzzles. Okay. This is why I was saying we might be here for like a couple episodes as far as this visit goes. Because the puzzles in this next part of the walled city, they can get a little elaborate. And a little frustrating if you're not really good with these kind of puzzles in gaming, or just in general. So we gotta connect each block to one of these sun tokens, I guess we could call them. It might take a couple of tries, but once you get it all down, it won't be that hard to grasp. I may have already screwed this up, actually. Push that one there. Yeah, I can't get that last one right here to that final token. So I knew I was going to mess that up right from the beginning. Maybe I push that one there. That's not going to do anything with those. Okay, the next one's supposed to go here. And then I push that one, which will connect to that token. I don't know about that last one. I may have messed this up again. No way, I can just push that one straight forward. What am I thinking? Yeah, does that. Now, hopefully the block I just pushed in doesn't block the way. God damn it. I was thinking too far ahead again. I knew I should have touched this block first. Yeah, just when I said the solution out loud, I still was somehow able to mess up the puzzle. When did you ever hear that would happen? That's a very, very... That takes like a very special kind of unawareness to do. And somehow I just did that. Now, how did I solve this again? It's when I keep her spouting out my mouth and not actually paying attention. Push this one first, I remember that much. And then... Oh wait, it was push this block in next. And then we use this block. Push ahead. Oh yeah, I think I was getting it wrong the first time actually. We have to push that block forward. Yep, now it's all making sense. Then we push this one in. There we go. So we have to leave that one on the far right for last. So by doing that, we can climb up here. Take this little elevator. And we have to find a way to look into this hole. This is the only time where your high-def display device will actually be very handy since you need to zoom in. And that opens up the Sun Temple. But I think we're going to save what we're going to find in there for next time. These puzzles are going to be a little elaborate, like I said before, so it might take some time for me to actually get through them all. But if I got through the first half of our Sun Temple escapades that quickly, then we might be able to complete this in the next episode. Again, not making any promises, but that's going to be my goal for next time. So, in the next episode, we're going to do just that, and hope for the best. Until we meet again, farewell for now.